rich history in the law and what he's doing, man. And I'm looking forward to talking to him. Joe Lopez, welcome to the show, buddy.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Do me one favor. Turn that microphone this way. Yep, just like that. And for some reason, I don't know why I can't hear you. Let me hear you now.
Testing 1,
There
2, 3.
he is. There he is.
Yeah,
we got
baby.
you, Joe. Welcome to the show, man. How you doing?
Good, good. How are you? Good. Thank you for having me here at a wonderful place and a wonderful time here at the Blue Martini.
Yeah, it's a beautiful place, man. Always a good network, man. We ran into each other right down there. You handed me a pamphlet. I looked at it and I said, okay, must be qualified to run for sheriff, right? So that's as far as I got, man. So, Joe, what's the history in your history in law enforcement, man?
32 years. I retired 3 years ago. 32 years as a chief from the Florida Highway Patrol. And prior to that, I was a United States Marine.
I couldn't tell.
My hair's a little bit long.
No, I think it's being jacked. I think that's what I'm saying. Do you happen to know John Zernis?
I sure do.
I know him very, very, very well.
Do you? He's from Orlando.
Yeah, he was my neighbor, and his son and me grew up together.
Really?
I knew John Zernis for a very long time.
Well, John used to be my boss.
Yes.
John used to be the chief of investigations, which a position that I held after he vacated that. Like two people after him. Then I took that position. He was my boss when I was a sergeant in that position, and I was in Tallahassee, right down the hall from him.
Yeah, that's where he's at. Small world, isn't it?
Yeah, and he's still up there, I believe. Yes.
Yep, still hanging out
Oh,
up
yeah.
there. So, law enforcement, Marine, you got the whole background for it.
Boy Scout, Cub Scout, Altar Boy, Naval Cadet. Oh yeah, you name it.
My God, so you've done everything you're supposed to do to be an American, is what I'm hearing.
Oh yes. I am a true patriot.
That's it. Thank you for your service too, sir. You can't see that, man. U.S. Marine.
Yes.
So 3 years to come out of retirement. What got you to come out of retirement to run for sheriff?
Well, I served my nation as a United States Marine, and I served my state as a state trooper. I love giving back to the community. It's a sense of purpose. It's a call of duty. A lot of people have reached out to me asking me, to run, and I thought it was an opportunity. It's time for change. What should happen? What you see going on here is the baton is being passed on to another member of the establishment.
Okay,
and that's what happens. I'm an outsider, so I come in to bring and effect change, and I want to do something for my community.
Well, we appreciate that, man. I'm actually a Orlando native. We're rare. I'm born and raised. I was actually born in a little wonderful, beautiful town called Pine Hills.
Oh yes, I'm there all the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Not for police work, but for campaigning.
Yeah, I mean it's a wonderful city, man. They pulled together, raised in Ocoee. I've lived everywhere. I know this city backwards and forwards. I know those that have sat in the sheriff's seat, those that do now. What would we see different with you at the helm, sir?
Well, first of all, we have a problem going on here. The violent crime has increased. The Orlando Sentinel on January 2nd came out with a report.
Really?
Saying that the violent crime stats have gone up. The first 6 months, they compared the first 6 months of 2019 as they compare with the first 6 months of 2018. And guess what they found? Murders were up 33%.
Holy.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
It is.
That's not like 3. That's a lot.
Yes. I mean, look, even in the law enforcement, 5% up is a considerable cautious amount, concerning amount. Aggravated assaults were up 9.3%, and robberies were up 9.7%. I could give you further numbers, but the bottom line is I think you got the message. The violent crime is going up. So the first thing we have to do is what? Acknowledge that there's a problem here. When I go knocking on the doors, and I've been campaigning for the last 2 years because I ran for the last campaign, and I really haven't stopped campaigning, and I continue to go to events. I continue to talk to people in Pine Hills, in Metro West, in Hunters Creek, and you know what they all tell me? The violent crime has gone up. That they're concerned, they're worried, and there's nothing being done. This is a beautiful county. You know how we know? Well, first of all, it's beautiful here, right?
Yeah, that's
and there's
right.
Beautiful people. The other thing is there's 1,000 people moving to Orange County every week.
Yeah, I think it's we made number 9 on the list for most moved to states. I think
those states, number 3.
Number 3 states. Okay.
No, I think we moved it. Yeah, we moved it to number 3.
Yeah, we're up there. A lot of people are coming here.
Yeah, they're moving either to Texas or to Florida.
Yep.
Okay. So they're coming here. That's an indication. So when you have that growth that fast, that quick, you got to get ahead of that. So you got calls for service. You got all different cultures coming here. this is the melting pot, whether we accept it or not. This is a very diverse community.
That's right.
I come from Miami. I was born and raised in the Bronx. I come from very diverse communities. So that's one of the things that I'm going to bring to this sheriff's office, to this county, is diversity. We got people from Puerto Rico coming, people moving in from New York, people coming in from Miami, from Venezuela. So you have the growth going on. We've got to make sure we have the resources, and that's one of the reasons why the calls for service and the crime is going up, because there ain't enough officers to do what? To provide prevention and intervention. And law enforcement, you also got to have a defense, like a football team. The offense is, we put a lot of patrol units there. A lot of green and whites, put them out there, but you also have to have a defense, and that's prevention and intervention, and that's what I will bring to the Orange County Sheriff's Office.
Oh, man, Joe, I'm already in, man. I'm already voting that way, man. Where can everybody find information on your campaign? How can they help? How can they get involved with you?
So first thing, you can go to my Facebook. It's Joe Lopez for Orange County Sheriff, okay? You can find me there. You can go to my website, which is www.joelopezsheriff.com. Oh, you know what? You can send me an email. You can send it to joelopezforsheriff@gmail.com. I engage with the community. I am not afraid of any questions. I have nothing to hide. I'm very transparent, and I'll tell it like it is.
Well, you certainly do, Joe, and good luck to you on the campaign trail,
Thank you,
sir.
and I appreciate the time that you gave me to talk.
Oh, of course. Thanks for the time, everybody. You know where to vote. Joe Lopez, that's where it's at, guys. Bringing change to Orange County in this place, my hometown. And, Joe, I hope to see you up there, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you. Joe Lopez for Orange County Sheriff.